wonder if that was just a completely optional boss. Okay, this item is actually nuts, but also not smart against bosses. So you're just gonna put in a dog that turns into a freaking super mega optional boss just chilling in this place? Cool. The dimensional barrier is supposed to be perfect. How do the monsters get in? Because they're freaking monsters, dude. No, we got a bunch of XP, but that's it. I think. Unless I missed something, but... Yeah, don't trust dogs. That's what we've learned today. Yeah, that's it. How do the monsters get through? She was saying something about the dimensions. When we first went in, there was nothing there. Then all of a sudden, the monsters appeared. During my travels, I heard the town of St. Centaur was invaded by monsters. Yeah. This is the second time they've gotten through our monster barriers. It's almost like the monster barriers don't work. Okay, so we did learn that... Man, I wish I could use that item at the start of the fight. Because then all these random encounters, I would just use it right away, but she needs Mystic 1 first. Or Force level 1. And by that time, these random encounters are already dead. But anyways, we learned that Jack's Protector ability is either permanent or it at least lasts a little bit. So I think in boss fights now, first thing I'm going to do is get Rudy Protector going. I was hiding in this room when I saw a monster change into a human and put on clothes, I swear. It's this guy. He's a monster. Kill him. Somebody's in disguise. I don't actually know. I feel like I went to every room. Maybe I gotta go back to that main door after fighting the dog demon. There's an imposter. Insert Amogus sound effect. We are wearing clothes. That's true. Could be us. If I do find an elemental weakness, Cecilia can do big damage, but the bosses I can't scan, and by the time I find their weakness, I don't really have time to like try to find their weakness because she has to be on all day heal support. Wait, did I go here? This is the front. I went down the middle. Some more orc lords. Nice crit. Yeah, so this is how we're going to take care of random encounters from now on. When they last more than a turn. Just drop that bad boy. And we all do more damage and get a permanent regen effect. And we're stronger and tankier and Rudy's just gonna crit for a bunch of damage. How's an RT? We've been awesome, man. It's been a really cool week. We spent pretty much the entire week working on our Final Fantasy VII mod, and everyone's just really enjoyed it. I kind of figured I would do a little bit in the mornings, and just everyone was like super supportive and wanted to see more, and so we just did it most of the week, and we got a lot done. Or at least we learned a lot. Well spent. It's a week well spent. Yeah, it reminds me of in Final Fantasy 1, you could use items, but first of all, it wasn't apparent on a first playthrough that you could do that. And second of all, it was like busted because you could just use them every turn with no downside. So it's cool that like she can use items, but she has to charge her force first. And it's cool that only she can do it. In Final Fantasy 1, everyone could just use items and become a black mage, like, you know. So it's cool that like that's her specific ability and she has to charge it. It no longer feels OP, but at the same time it's still really strong, and she's still like the best character because she can do that. At least in the early game she was. And while Jack and Rudy continue to get new abilities, she gets stronger just by us getting more items. And her getting more spells as well. It's a really cool mechanic. Even though I really haven't tried every item yet. There's still some items I haven't tried. And so far, none of them are really, like, broken. The coolest thing you can do with it is using the accessories to get rid of ailments without having to use your items. I like that a lot. This guy is a clown. This guy's a demon. Set him on fire. This guy's gotta be a demon. He ain't fooling me. So, like, where's our boy? Why was the dog in here? What was he protecting? Or was it really just an optional boss? I'm not sure. We're going to have to walk all the way around again. But let me run to the bathroom real quick. Thank you guys so much for being here today and for all the support today. It's been awesome. Thank you so much. Man, how do you like that? This song with this wallpaper? Or this screensaver, I should say. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so what am I missing? Somehow I knew it would happen. It seems like if we're on level with the enemies, running away is pretty tough. But they're all going to waste their time healing when they have full health. Wow. It really does feel like shield does nothing in this game. Either it does nothing, or you need to use it several times for it to be effective, but it says 50%. It says raises defensive power by 50%, and yet it doesn't seem to do anything. No, they just used it twice. Wow, this is kind of brutal. Put us to sleep and then spam defensive spells. Now they used it 3 times. We may never wake up. This may be the end. We may lose to some goblins. Look at that, I'm still doing 500 damage. No way. Wait, he got whacked in the face and he didn't wake up? Bro. What am I witnessing? I tell you what, ailments in this game are wild. What's even the point of sleep if getting hit with a physical attack doesn't wake you up? I want to see how much damage she does. She's still doing regular damage. I genuinely think shield doesn't work. I think there's a bug in the game. I don't think shield works. I wonder what would happen if I did this. Would they wake up? No, but they still got rage. Yeah, just did 1,300 damage when they used shield like 4 times. I don't think that spell works. I'm gonna stop using it. I mean, it'd be really cool if I could, like, spam it on Rudy, and then have Rudy use Protector. I just don't think it does anything. I mean, it feels like when we use it on us, we take like 100 or 200 less damage, but it's definitely not a huge difference. So somebody is not who they say they are. But how do I reveal them? Just blow them all up. Just blow them all up with bombs. Ooh. That move is pretty cool. Ask them a question only a Humi would know. What was your favorite season of Game of Thrones? Oh, it's a shame, Snipes. The one with the dragon. I also have not watched Game of Thrones. So, but I already know if they say like any season later than like 3, we got them. Today has been very puzzling. First, we didn't know where to go. Then we couldn't figure out how to get through that dungeon. And now I can't figure out what's going on with this. The game has hit its stride with the puzzles. And I kind of love it. The game had puzzles at the start, but they were like fairly easy. Which is fine, but I like that it's really leaning into Legend of Zelda level puzzles where it's not super easy. Or I'm just an idiot. Are you a demon? Say yes if you're a demon. Maybe I need like demon sunglasses. I need like the Men in Black sunglasses. It was sunglasses, right? That they put on to see the aliens? Oh no, the sunglasses protect against the memory wipe. What did they use to see the aliens? That's a different movie? Really? I think I have They Live and Men in Black mixed up in my head. I could have sworn, like, I have a vivid picture of Will Smith having, like, sunglasses, and then he, like, pulls them down, and he's, like, looking at a mom and a baby, and he, like, pulls the sunglasses down, and then, like, the baby's an alien or something. Maybe that's in They Live, and it's not Will Smith that does it. I have, like, a vivid memory of that scene. Maybe it's the scene in Independence Day. Maybe. I must be combining like 3 movies in my head. I have not seen Men in Black since I was like freaking 6 or something. And I don't know if I ever saw Men in Black 2. Did they ever make a 3rd? Or was it just Men in Black 1 and 2? That's what we need to do. We need to bring back all the Will Smith movies. We need a Men in Black 4. We need a Wild West 2. We need an Independence Day 2. Those won't be horrible, I promise. They're gonna be great. We didn't need Wild West 1. We needed it, okay, but not for the reasons that we think. We needed it. We needed it to know where Hollywood was going and make a correction course. Wait, there is an Independence Day 2? What is even the plot? The aliens just come back and we just have to fight for our independence again? Will Smith wasn't even in it? Oh my god. Tell me it was just like a reboot. Like a remake of the first. And not actually a sequel. What was the movie? What was the found footage film with the monster? I think it was in New York. Cloverfield. Imagine if Cloverfield was actually just Independence Day 2. Like the whole movie was like found footage, don't know what's going on, and then like at the very end of Cloverfield it was just like Will Smith appears and then the goofy alien from the start of it, the beginning of Independence Day, like shows up and they fight. And then it just like ends the movie with, it says Independence Day 2, and then the movie just ends. What if I skate through him? Are the skates actually faster? He said the... He's got to be in here. He said the room next door, and then there was the demon dog. Or the idea is he was like... He's in the room next door because it was actually a trap. But then how do I... How do I reveal that this guy was lying? Hit him with the wind-up key. Looks like there's something underneath those rocks. Had about enough of these orcs. Men in Black International. That sounds so awful. Like, even just from the name, it sounds so awful. Oh, really? Does it have Will Smith? I think we need the return of, like, dynamic duos, you know? You had, like, the old... A lot of old movies had, like, a dynamic duo thing going on. Like Rush Hour, Men in Black, the Blues Brothers. Lethal Weapon. Like movies don't... I mean, I'm not a movie buff, so don't quote me, but I feel like movies don't do that as much anymore. You don't get like the good cop, bad cop, or crazy guy with more mellow guy duo style as much. The only one I can think of is like 21 Jump Street, I think it's called, right? That apparently was pretty good. Even stuff like The Hangover and stuff is more of like a 3-person group. Zootopia, kinda, yeah. I've not seen the new Zootopia. Wait, I can open the door. What? Am I supposed to be able to do that? Send Handpan in there. You said the room next door, but like it's just not... He ain't in there. He ain't in the room next door. Oh my... going, Gags? Good to see you. She was saying something about the dimensions. What does that mean? Should I go back to Saint Centaur? So confused. Oh. Telling you, this guy's suspicious. He's suspicious. I don't trust him. Man, I gotta check these more often. Getting all sorts of goodies. Okay, but listen, kid, can you, like, give me some details on who this person is, or what? We lost a few people during the chaos of the evacuation. Maybe there's someone back at the village that was left behind? They said something about the pyramid. And I thought it was just like bad translation, but maybe I'm supposed to go to the pyramid? There was no pyramid here, though. This is going solid. There's no pyramid around here, though. Reread what they said. Can I rewind on mobile? I don't think I can. Can if I watch the VOD. It'll ever load. I can't believe killing the giant dog demon didn't even do anything. Maybe we have to go to the pyramid. Maybe we have to go to the pyramid by Saint Centaur. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Glad I'm not the only one that struggled with this. Okay, here we go. It's too quiet. Are the demons late? And then seems like there's no one left in the town. Yeah, maybe we just have to remove our clothes. There is something wrong here. No one is attacking. They advertised it enough. What's going on? They didn't know where the rune drive was. That's why they appeared in this village. And what for? The normal reaction is to threat. The threat of an imminent attack is to evacuate. The safest place, where would that be? The pyramid that controls the dimensions is in the forest to the south. The pyramid that controls the dimensions is to the forest in the south. This is not a pyramid. But it is the forest to the south. And there's no... Unless we're, like, actually having to go all the way around. Unless it's southerwer. I really doubt this is... I really doubt this. To be honest. But... well, let me cook for a second here. Let me cook my over-seasoned, underbaked beef Wellington. That is almost surely going to turn out to be nothing. Let them burn. Let me burn real quick. I mean, we can't get to the we can't get to a forest south of this. That's not a thing we can do. Unless we're like going all the way south. There is no forest to the south. This is technically a pyramid to the south. I'm either getting played by the translation, or there's just a really obtuse puzzle in that dungeon. And I don't know which it is. Controls the dimensions. Who said anything about controlling dimensions? Yes, you can heal from the menu in this game. Yo, that did nothing at all. Alright, well, we're about done with Wild Arms for the day anyways, but without spoiling the puzzle at all, just yes or no answer. Am I supposed to be solving something in that sacred temple? Or sacred shrine? Okay. So let's just go back there and save, and then we'll hit it with a fresh mind next week. It's gotta be something stupid, like one of the doors is just hidden or something. Because he said he's in the next room, and then he's not there. It is unfortunate that the translation said something about a pyramid, because it's not a pyramid. Unless it, like, becomes a pyramid. But they don't know it's a pyramid. So, yeah. Tell you what, though, this game continues to impress. I mean, it started to kind of fall into a bit of a formula, but now it's really kind of opened up and gotten pretty crazy. So I'm very impressed. I think the comments seem to agree with this as well. But I think the low point of this game was the previous area with the ew girl. Just felt like really rushed and random, and like they couldn't really finish what they wanted to do there. And I think that the last couple things we did before that kind of fell into a bit of a formula of go to town, figure out, or like go to town, figure out the problem, go to a dungeon, do the thing, come back, problem solved. Which isn't like horrible, but definitely started to get repetitive. But it was fun repetitive. All the things we were doing were fun. But I think now it's starting to really hit its stride with giving us some vehicles to play around with. Sounds like we're going to get an airship soon. I like the whole thing going on with Jane, how they introduced her before, but now we're starting to learn more about her. Starting to finally learn more about Rudy, because he's been pretty mysterious the whole game. It's good stuff. Met the new demon guy, Boomerang. And they threw in a bit of a what's going on with the fact that the guardian spirit is helping him. So I like that a lot too. It's heating up. And the combat's kind of heating up too. We finally got a defensive thing with Rudy that I like. And Jax learned a couple abilities. And the enemies are getting more interesting with more stuff that they're doing. It's all good stuff, man. I think, yeah, I agree. I think the highlight continues to be the music. Even though we haven't heard too much new music the last like 2 weeks, but man, it just blows me away. Just the whole vibe, the whole concept, vibe, and music of this game just continues to blow me away every time I play it. I cannot wait to finish it and just jump into the OST and probably add half of it to my playlist because it's all just so good. So yeah, heating up here. We'll figure this out next week. Let's say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, thank you so much for watching the Wild Arms playthrough. It's been awesome. Excited to see more. And this game continues to impress and is definitely becoming one of my favorite PS1 RPGs. I can genuinely say that, and I haven't even finished it yet. So, we'll see you in the next episodes. Peace.